about, baby. That's not talking about, baby.
What a burnout.
I know.
Even though this was the first time with the front wings extending a foot out on each side of the car, I still paid for that entire road. I was going to use that entire road. I didn't know if I was going to rip one of them off, and it looks like a couple times I got close to it with the guardrail. White line to white line is the racing line, and that's exactly what I used. So I lifted and coasted here. Yet another lift and coast. I only did 117 miles per hour at the top because I lifted and coasted. That certainly was critical to me making it to the top. During qualifying, I hit 131 miles an hour, so you can tell I really was going easy on the car. All of the moisture on my dash, that is not rain. That is actually radiator starting to tell me it's upset. So you saw me lifting and coasting through the entire course, and that was just barely enough. The car started overheating. At this moment, the GoPros and all of our cameras did not last as long as the car itself. The car certainly made the endurance run, but at this point we're just stuck with the one GoPro on the top of the car, and it still shows you how violent this section actually is. Now, the car got airborne, all four tires off the ground for more than a quarter of a second, twice on those two long straightaways, so that was absolutely terrifying. After this hairpin is an area called Boulder Park, and Boulder Park is probably the name of what you're driving on because it is a bunch of really weird shapes and divots in the road, patchwork, and it gets worse every year, and this year it was even more so. The car was bouncing left to right, up and down, side to side. It's not like a normal road that expands and contracts because of the weather. It's a mountain moving, and the road is very much alive, and so you are just trying to do your best to keep traction on top of it, but also go as fast as possible. last couple turns, I just said, okay, let's go full bore, full speed. And sure enough, it shot sparks crossing the finish line.
Okay.
It has been my dream to have a moment like this where I've done something that everybody considers generally good. And so with that, we have a couple items of merch that are coming out that are very special to me, and as a result, are limited edition. So much so that we're going to do a pre-order only. So when Haltech made this shirt, I fell in love with it. They did such a cool job with this. We decided to model a shirt off of this whole design. And so we actually reached out to Pikes Peak International Hill Climb, PPIHC. They allowed us to license their logo to have a special edition. Now, I ran 11 minutes and 4 seconds. So naturally, that means there are only 1,104 shirts. And so that's it. That's all we're making. I suspect that these will sell out. That's the number one thing. The number two thing is not this poster. We are going to finally do a proper poster, and it's going to be this big, and this is what it's going to look like. So it's proper printed, everything nice about it. It's going to be expensive for us to make, and it's expensive for us to ship, but it's so worth it because that's something that I wanted very badly to have. On top of that, we actually have lanyards, and I've no expense spared. Every option that you can do on these lanyards, I've done because I hate crappy lanyards. And then finally, this little guy is one of my favorite things. I'm gonna have Joel put it on my hand. This was also taken from a picture that somebody took straight on with the car, but I've always wanted a little slap sticker that looks like a cartoon, and you guys can see it. I can't. That is also for sale. So we got all these being printed right now, but with that shirt pre-ordering, right next door to us, literally through this wall right here, is the printing shop. They're literally working on the rest of the merch right now. So we get the right number of sizes, what you need, what you want, large, extra large, small, medium, 3X, doesn't matter. We'll get that correct order of 1104 shirts made and sent out to you guys.